Hi everyone, welcome to 10 on the 10th. This is a collaboration hosted by Metal Scrappin' Chick, who is Kim. Hi Kim. And she started it informally, I think year before last, and then last year a bunch of us joined formally because she was kind enough to actually host. And we're continuing, many of us are continuing this year, and there may be, I think there are lots of new people joining in also. So the object of this collaboration is to make approximately 10 Christmas cards every month on the 10th so that you have enough cards to do your Christmas mailings come Christmas time. Well, yeah, I definitely had enough cards, like way more than enough, but I didn't get my cards mailed, so I apologize everybody. But yeah, anyway, so for the Smash That Small paper pad in November and December, I was using this Kaisercraft Christmas edition, it's called, and I had 9 sheets out of 40 left, 9 full sheets plus cut aparts and a few scraps. I have 0 full sheets, and this is what I have left now. I do have all these cut aparts. I'm going to keep them because I could use them for tags and things, but they just, most of them didn't lend themselves to cards and things. And then these are the pieces I have. I have a couple pieces that'll make nice tags also, like this one. And then there are some that are just kind of, and then there's a couple of these borders in here. I think I only used 1 or 2 of them. And then there's a couple, these are cut aparts, which could be put in a journal. There's things that could go in a journal perhaps, actually. So maybe I'll make a journal. I do have coordinating 12 by 12 cut aparts. So maybe I'll be doing a journal at some point. Anyway, I'm considering that paper pad smashed, and I'll just save those bits for a journal in the future or something if I get around to it. I also pulled out to use with it this Paper Studio matte stack, which I've used before, but I hadn't really used this color, which I used on the first 4 cards. I also used the red one and this sort of a spruce colored green, and that's it on that. So, and then for stamps, for some of them I used this Stampers Anonymous by Tim Holtz, stampersanonymous.com, and for the last 2 I used this deer and this sentiment. I also use the stitch shape dies by Stampin' Up on one of them, or 2 of them. I think I used this largest circle, and on the last 2 I used the largest 2 ovals. Sorry for the glare. I have the thing put down, so let me just show you. This was a hard pad for me to work with because of the sepia black and white kind of color, and this piece of paper was in particular hard for me. But when I pulled out the matte stack of the glimmer paper and I saw this color, I thought it went really well with that background. And then I used the stamp from the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous, and I stamped it in Memento Tuxedo Black, which also Stampin' Up sells, onto Very Vanilla cardstock, which Stampin' Up sells. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, in case anybody didn't know. Here's the stitch circle. Oh, and this punch is the Timeless Label punch. And I did use Ranger Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. I've had in my stash for, I'm surprised it still works, around the edges because, oh, I forgot to mention, all of the first, all but the last 2 cards, I used, Stampin' Up sells these Memories and More card packs, and it's like a variety. So there were these large ones, I only had one left, so I didn't use it on the last two. I used something else. And then it also has these small ones. These are the cards. They match their Memories and More cards. But I used them all but that one large one for these cards. And then for the last two, I used these Wonder of the Season, now retired, Memories and More cards and envelopes. So these have the red foiling on, which I totally covered up, and this red foiling on the envelopes as well, which I totally covered up. So, sorry. Sorry, did use those. Those just retired at the end of, as of January 4th. Okay, so these all have a piece of Very Vanilla put inside, distressed, and then a piece of that glimmer stack paper. They're all the same. Except this one, I think I cut the piece a little larger, and then these I made with the leftover pieces from that paper. I don't know, I cut them weird or something, but I think they came out okay. There's nothing stamped on the inside of any of them. They're just distressed with a piece of the glitter paper. You know, they're not my favorites, but they're different, and I kind of like them. Anyway, so that's those four. Now these two next ones, I think I need something else on the front, but I haven't decided what yet. I had one piece of this paper left. It had the deer on actually this side, and then this poinsettia flower on this side. I didn't put a sentiment on the front, so let me step back a minute. I did use some sketches. You know what? Let me wait to the end and I'll tell you which sketches I used. For these first two cards, I used a sketch. Two different sketches. And on these, I stamped May Your Season Be Merry and Bright from the Tim Holtz. And I meant to use real red, and I used Cherry Cobbler by mistake, which my ink pad's getting low. And on this one, I think, yeah, I actually stamped the deer from the Tim Holtz stamp set on the inside, sort of in a gray. So here I just put a strip of, this is Shaded Spruce cardstock by Stampin' Up! Underneath these, because this paper actually was kind of thin. And then I layered a strip of the Shaded Spruce here and here. And then this piece here is bumped up on adhesive foam sheets. So that's what I did on those two. And I just feel like I need a sentiment or something on this, but I don't know what to put on it. And this one actually says Merry Christmas here, so I thought that was kind of enough, but I don't know. I feel like it needs something else. Put any ideas you have down in the comments. And then the next one, I had one sheet of this paper left, so We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I put it on basic black cardstock, and this is, I actually finished that roll, but I have another one. This was originally in the 2018 holiday catalog. It's in the annual catalog now. It's called Glittered Organdy Ribbon 3/8 inch. It has little silver flecks in it. So I thought that just added a little something, like you can still see the new paper print through it, but it gave it a little sparkle. And then on the inside, I had this piece left of that from cutting that, and so and I had a scrap of white, so I just popped the white onto basic black and then layered it on top of this. So similar to the way I did those last cards, but on the inside of this one. So I thought that was kind of cool. I hadn't done something like that before on the inside that I remember anyway. The next two might be my favorites. They're the black music paper, and then I had one sheet left of this paper. It sort of has a pattern on it. And then this is Stampin' Up's, this was just in the 20 holiday catalog metallic mesh ribbon in silver. It's the wide mesh. It was with the Halloween part of the catalog, but I love it. And then, so I just cut this a little smaller. I think this was a card sketch also, but I did this part different. So I wrapped that around, tacked it down, glued that down. It's not up on dimensionals. And then I heat embossed Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. This is the, I want to say the Lovely Label Punch, but don't hold me to that, by Stampin' Up. I can't get in my drawer right now to pull it out and show you. And then these are the silver ones of the Metallic Pearls by Stampin' Up. And I just put them on. And the inside, this one has a piece of this paper. And this one has a little piece of the music paper that I had left. So that's those two. I actually really like those. Like I said, they're probably my favorites out of that. And then the last two, I brought in green glimmer paper. I actually cut this one wrong. I had intended to cut them both like this, but this was 2 sheets of paper, and with the scene of the forest on it. So this is where I brought out the Wishes and Wonder, and I kind of wish I had done the deer in like a gray granite or something instead of, I used, what did I use? I stamped them in soft suede and colored them in crumb cake and ivory for his antlers and tail. So anyway, that's what I used, and the coordinating dies right there. And then the sentiment is also from there, which I stamped in Shaded Spruce. And then these are Shaded Spruce rhinestones out of the Holiday Rhinestones by Stampin' Up. Now the only thing is, these are the ones that were on those red foiled envelopes, so and cards, and the red foiling really didn't go with it, so I actually took another piece of the green glimmer paper and I traced around the envelope flap and then just glued it onto the flap to cover up the red, and inside they both just have some green glimmer paper also. So they're probably my second favorite. Yeah, there, that one has the strip going that way. So those are my 10 cards for this month using the Kaisercraft paper. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like this one too. And these I like too. I just feel like something's missing and I can't figure out what I want to do with them. And then these, not my favorite, but and maybe I'll put like I don't know. I don't know what I'll so those are my cards. Now let me show you also, I have this little bin, and these are all the other cards I got out of that. So how many was this? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 is 9, 10. So I got 11 cards, if I counted correctly, out of this month. 2, there's 4 here, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I got 11 cards this month. And then I had also gotten out of this pack a few tags, 4 tags. And let's see, now these are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 cards. Memory the More large cards. These were from previous. That's pretty too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A2. And then also these 5 by 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 and 11 is 23, and I already forgot what I said on these. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 cards and 4 tags, and I still have some things left that I could make more tags and stuff with out of that one paper pack. And these cards are not A2, they're bigger, and the 5x7s are obviously bigger as well. So I think I got my money's worth out of that paper pad. It's a 6.5 inch paper pad. So yeah. All right, everyone, I'm going to let you go. I tend to go on and on. I know, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon for another collaboration. Bye for now. Hugs, love, and peace.